Long, long ago, in the city of Argos, there lived a king named Acrisius. He had only one daughter, Danae, and he longed for a son. One day, the oracle told him a frightening prophecy. You will never have a son. Instead, your daughter's child will grow up to bring about your end. The king grew afraid. To keep Danae from ever having a child, he locked her away in a tall bronze tower where no one could visit her. But the gods can see all things, and Zeus, the great king of the skies, took pity on the lonely princess. In a shower of golden light, he visited her, and soon Danae had a baby boy. She named him Perseus. When Acrisius discovered the baby, he was even more frightened of the prophecy. He placed Danae and little Perseus into a wooden chest and cast them out upon the waves of the sea. The chest rocked and drifted, but it did not sink. Day and night, the sea carried them gently until at last they washed ashore on a small, quiet island. There, a kind fisherman named Dictys found the chest. He opened it and lifted the baby into his arms. "Do not be afraid," he said softly to Danae. "You are safe here." And so Perseus grew up on the island, brave, kind, and filled with laughter. But trouble came again. The island's king, Polydectes, wished to marry Danae, and to get rid of Perseus, he gave him an impossible task. "Bring me the head of Medusa, the Gorgon with snakes for hair, who turns all who gaze upon her into stone." Most would have despaired, but Perseus, though young, was full of courage. The gods saw his bravery and helped him. Hermes gave him winged sandals so he could fly. Athena gave him a shining shield, polished like a mirror. Hades lent him a cap that made him invisible. With these gifts, Perseus set out across mountains and seas until he reached Medusa's dark cave. Using the shield as a mirror, he crept closer and closer, never looking directly at her. Then, with one swift stroke of his sword, he cut off her head. Carefully, he placed it in a special bag and hurried away, his heart pounding. On his way home, Perseus had more adventures. He rescued the gentle princess Andromeda from a terrible sea monster and won her friendship and love. When at last he returned to the island, Perseus stood bravely before Polydectes. With a single glance at Medusa's head, the cruel king turned to stone. The people rejoiced, Danae was safe, and peace returned to the land. And so Perseus, the child of prophecy who had once floated helplessly upon the sea, grew into a hero remembered for his courage, his kindness, and his bright, unyielding heart.